Hello, and welcome to day number 1 of your 30 days of yoga. In this challenge, we will be setting a new intention and transforming into a new you. For the first 10 days, we will be defining our intention clearly. For the second round of 10 days, we will be surrendering our past and the things that no longer serve us. And for the last 10 days, we will be embodying this new person that we're transforming into. Each day will have an associated journal prompt, so be sure to set aside a notebook for the next 30 days and check the description below for today's associated journal prompt. For this practice, we will be defining our why. Why are we setting this new intention, and what are we hoping to gain? We will be going through a grounding slow flow. I recommend one block for today's practice at the top of the mat. And if you like today's practice, I also offer one-on-one private sessions as well as corporate wellness programs, which you can find more information on my website, margaretflock.com. And if you'd like to find a series of poses correlated to target areas of the body, go ahead and sign up for my newsletter where you'll receive a free reference chart detailing all kinds of poses you can use for all the target areas. Check the description below. All right, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. Let's keep the knees together for this variation. Go ahead and send the fingertips forward and press the forehead down into the mat. Let's start by taking a few deep breaths, breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling the belly press against the thighs as you inhale, and relax as you exhale. Just noticing the natural rhythm that's forming with your breath. And start to elongate the inhale and exhale. Maybe turning on Ujjayi breath if that's in your practice by constricting the back of the throat, sending the breath all the way back, creating deep ocean-like sounds. Go ahead and tap into the body, just noticing how you're feeling today physically, where you're feeling open, where you're feeling tight. Noticing the points of contact between your body and the mat. Forearms, the hands, the elbows, the forehead, the knees, the shins, the tops of the feet. Anchoring in this grounding sensation. When you're ready, go ahead and rock forward into your tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, really pressing through all four corners of the palms of the hands. This is your foundation of the pose, so the hands are very important here. On your next inhale, drop the belly, gaze up towards the ceiling. Cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, curl the tailbone under, gaze back at the knees. Cat. Moving back and forth between these two poses on your own now. Really fanning the tailbone out as you inhale, using that leverage to curl the tailbone under as you round the spine on your exhale. Pressing the mat away from you. Noticing all the vertebra as you round and contract. Finding a neutral tabletop position now. Go ahead and curl the toes under and lift up just the knees for just a moment, firing up the core. Press the mat away from you, draw the navel into the spine, and lengthen through the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone. Take 3 deep breaths. You got this. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. And go ahead and bend one knee and the other, or you can sway the hips from side to side. Just do whatever you need to feel nice and grounded in this pose. Maybe you bend one knee and the other. Just let the head and neck drop. Really feeling a nice stable foundation with the feet, nice stable foundation with the hand. On your next inhale, tippy toe to the top of the mat. Really taking your time with this, noticing the pads of the feet, all 10 toes as they make contact with the mat. Try to keep the hands anchored down as much as possible, but then when you do reach the top of the mat, come to the tippy fingers. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, shine that heart forward. Exhale, fold back down. Next inhale, rise all the way up. Once you reach the top, roll the shoulders back. Let's find mountain pose here. Feet hips width distance apart. And go ahead and lift up the toes and then spread them apart and then place them back down onto the mat. Bring the palms face outward, elongate through the spine, tuck the tailbone under. And breathe through the belly. Mountain pose is a beautiful grounding posture, connecting with the earth below. On your next inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky and then sit all the way down into chair pose. Connect the big toes together, bring the heels apart, sink down low, curl the tailbone under. Take 3 deep breaths. You got this. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank pose. And let's hold for 5 deep breaths here. You got this. Press the mat away from you. Nice long straight spine and breathe. Exhale, your version of vinyasa, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Draw those elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to press back, downward facing dog. Take 3 more breaths here. Really connecting with your breath, connecting with the mat, feeling through the foundation that we're creating in the hands and the feet. Next, inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands, and then drop the back heel down at a 45-degree angle. When you're ready, go ahead and rise all the way up. Reach the arms up above the head, warrior one. Gaze forward, soften those shoulders away from the ears, pressing through the feet. Let's take 3 breaths. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa, your version. Three more breaths in downward facing dog. Connect with your mat. Next, inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Spin the back heel down, the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach both arms up. Warrior one, soften those shoulders away from the ears. Let's take 3 breaths. Curl tailbone under. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose, and flow through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog, taking 3 more deep breaths here. Next, inhale, tippy toe to the top of the mat. Really take your time. Pressing through all 5 toes as you plant the foot. Keeping the hands grounded for as long as you can. Once you do start to reach the top of the mat, you can come up to the tippy fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, chair pose, big toes together, heels apart. Tuck tailbone under, sink down low. 3 more breaths. Next, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Great job, you guys. Let's take one more big breath in. Sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, reach the arms up and high. Gaze up towards the fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plant the right hand down either to a block or the mat and reach the left arm up, finding that twist. Exhale, plant the left hand down. Inhale, right arm up, twist. Exhale, plant both hands down. Step back to plank pose and we'll hold for 5 more breaths. You got this. When you start to feel that burn, deepen your breath. Gather in as much as oxygen as you can. Pressing through all 10 fingers, the palms of the hands, the toes. Exhale, vinyasa. Take 3 more breaths once you reach downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Soften the back knee down and untuck the toes. You can keep the hands on blocks or down on your mat. Really sink into this left hip flexor here for 3 breaths. still elongating through the spine. Inhale, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, and reach the right arm all the way up, finding a twist here, planting through that hand. Shine that left elbow forward towards the front of the mat. Next, inhale, heel toe the right foot all the way off to the side and plant the right hand to the inside of that foot. Lizard pose. We're staying active here with the back knee lifted, hands planted onto the mat. Let's take a cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And go ahead and rock back and forth between the front foot and the back foot. Feeling these feet start to work. When you're ready, hop the left foot forward to the top of the mat and sink the hips all the way down, Malasana squat. Place the hands at heart center and then press the knees away with the elbows. You can sit on a block here if that feels right to you. Go ahead and elongate through the spine, curl the tailbone under, making sure the feet are fully anchored down, no lifting in the heels. Let's breathe. Exhale, plant the hands, lift the hips, heel to the feet together, find a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, one vertebra at a time, rise all the way up to stand. Once you reach the top, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. And go ahead and shift your weight over onto the right foot, feeling a system of roots growing down out of that foot, really anchoring into the mat here. On your next inhale, lift the left knee up, one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, find your tree pose. Sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh, shin, or ankle. If you find that the foot is on the knee, please just slide it down to the shin. We just want to protect that knee joint. You can either have the hands to your heart or you can grow your tree branches. Let's breathe. Exhale, bring the hands back down to heart center. Lift the left knee up. Exhale, step it back, warrior two. Planting that foot so that the back edge is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Bring the arms out to a T. Gaze over the right fingertips and curl the tailbone under. Take 5 deep breaths here. Next, inhale, straighten the front knee and reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling as you gaze up. And let's flow. Exhale back to warrior two. Bend that front knee, arms out to a T, gaze forward. Inhale, straighten the front knee, gaze up. Exhale back to your warrior two. One more time, extend the knee, reach the arms up. Exhale, warrior two, one more time. Inhale, straighten the front knee. This time, shift forward and hinge down, coming into your triangle pose, Trikonasana. You may want a block here. I always love a block. This helps us find a deeper sense of alignment. We're stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, and this helps us do that. Next, inhale, keep that front knee straight, reverse your triangle. Exhale, bend the front knee. Cartwheel the arms down to frame that front foot. Runner's lunge, take a big breath in. Exhale, step it back, plank pose, hold for 3 breaths. Exhale, vinyasa. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Drop the back knee down and untuck the toes. You can keep the hands on the mat or on a block. Wherever you are, just drop into this right hip flexor. Inhale, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, and then reach the left arm up, finding that twist. Think left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, heel toe the left foot off to the side, and then plant the left hand to the inside of the foot. Lizard pose, settle in. And let's take that cleansing breath one more time together here, in through the nose. Sigh it out. Start to rock back and forth between the front foot and the back foot, feeling those feet start to wake up, plugging into the mat, the hands start to ground. When you're ready, hop the right foot to the outside of the right hand and sink the hips down. Malasana squat, yogi squat. You can sit on a block here if that's better for you. We're making sure that the heels are anchored down. Bring the hands to the heart, press elbows into knees, lift through the spine, curl tailbone under, and breathe. Exhale, plant the hands, lift the hips, heel toe the feet together, find that forward fold. Inhale, rise up, one vertebra at a time. Once you reach the top, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands down to heart center. Go ahead and shift the weight onto the left foot this time. Feeling that foot really anchor in here, plugging all 5 toes down. Feeling those roots start to grow out of the sole of the foot. Inhale the right knee up. Exhale, tree pose, sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh, shin, or ankle. Hands to heart center, or you can grow the tree branches. Let's breathe. Exhale the hands back down to heart center. Inhale the right knee up one more time. And exhale to step the right foot back. Warrior 2. That back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Arms out to a T, curl the tailbone under, and breathe. Next, inhale, straighten the left knee. Reach the arms up and gaze up towards the ceiling. Really take your time with this flow. Exhale back to warrior two. Gaze over the left fingers. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the knee. Exhale, warrior two. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front knee, reach forward, and then hinge down, maybe finding that block for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, keep that front knee straight, reverse your triangle. Exhale, bend the front knee, cartwheel the arms to frame the front foot. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Let's hold for 3 breaths. You got this. Our last plank hold, make it count. Exhale, vinyasa. And we'll all meet back in a child's pose. This time, bring the hands behind you, knees together. Plant the forehead down into the mat. Allow the heart rate to slow down, the breath to soften. When you're ready, press yourself up. Fall over onto one hip and swing the legs around. We'll come into a seated forward fold. Untuck the cushions out from under you. Really find those sit bones. Plug them in. Lift up through the spine. And then hinge forward. Drop the head and neck down. Round the spine. And breathe. Next, inhale. Start to slowly press yourself up. Walk the fingertips back towards the body and shake out the knees. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Interlace the fingers and then cup the feet. Really pull those heels in towards the body and then elongate through the spine. Feel that stretch all down the arms and in the shoulders. Let's breathe here for 5 breaths. Exhale, bend the elbows and around the spine. Just drop the head and neck for our butterfly fold. Next inhale, press yourself all the way back up. Straighten out the legs. Place the feet firmly down, hands behind you, and just drop the knees from left to right. And go ahead and extend the legs out long. Reach the arms forward. And one vertebra at a time, start to slowly and carefully lower all the way down to your back. Go ahead and draw the knees in towards the chest. And then grab the inside or outside of the feet. Press the knees down into the armpits. Happy baby pose. It might feel good to hang out in stillness, or you can straighten one leg and the other. Maybe rock from side to side. On your next exhale, let go of the feet. Allow the legs to go long, arms by your side, finding your final resting pose, Shavasana. Allowing your body to sink deeper into the mat, this beautiful place of support, restoration, feeling the points of contact between the body and the mat, surrendering to the force of gravity. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Don't forget to check the description below for your journal prompt. And if you're interested in the target area reference chart, you can get it for free when you sign up to my newsletter. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.